I've seen and I've experienced mental illness has kind of taken me away from the people that I want to be with.
Completely changes how you hear somebody. Someone could talk to you about anything and you could just get set off from it and it could change your entire mood.
I felt so down all the time, but I didn't understand what was going on because nothing was particularly going wrong in my life. So I didn't seek out any help. I didn't think that anything was wrong with me.
I didn't want to go to school ever. I was really anxious in social situations. I didn't want to like branch out to meet new people or go to parties or like get to know people like freshman and sophomore year. Now I've worked on it, and I think that was because of myself, obviously, but also because I have a really amazing support system, and my parents were really ready to help me.
For a lot of kids my age that I know have struggled with mental illness, it was a lot of like feeling like family members weren't understanding about it. It's like that you did, like it's a cold, like take some cold medicine, then you'll just like be fine afterwards, instead of like an occurring ongoing battle.
I think it's better for people to show that they are vulnerable just like everybody else. Like I feel like I have to show like this better face, something that's not vulnerable if I'm to ever have a leadership role in the school. But I don't always feel necessarily like that's how I'm feeling in the moment.
Social media plays a really huge role in that because you have to present yourself as if everything in your life is going amazing, and that's not always the case.
I guess there's a big stigma that like you can see if someone's like dealing with things. If someone's like anxious or depressed, they're gonna like I don't know, like have panic attacks, and like you can see their anxiety in their face, or if they're depressed they're gonna be crying all the time, but that's just not the reality. I mean, like most mental health is hidden by a lot of people because it's not widely accepted, especially at schools. And
My brother or my friends were the people who told me that they didn't think that I was depressed because there was nothing wrong going on in my life.
It's not treated as a big deal when someone's struggling with it, but then when something happens like a mass shooting, people blame it on mental illness. It's used differently depending on who it can benefit or who it can be used to blame. And because they had the privilege of not needing to be aware of it like me, to realize that it's a bigger issue and something that's really important.
Normally, if I'm feeling it, I would put in headphones and I would ignore everything.
Deleting Instagram off my phone for 12 hours can do wonders, let me tell you. Just deleting Snapchat and not even caring for just half a day is just like the best thing in the world sometimes for me.
it's just important to talk about it so that people feel more comfortable being open about it and going and getting help.
I know each person is different. Like some people need support and some people need time alone.
I know people who don't want to get help because they don't want to be like known as somebody who has a mental illness of some sort. But it's important, and that's not going to change the fact that you have it, and it's fine that you have it.
So just communicating with those people, trying to make them feel as comfortable as possible to try and figure out what they need rather than making you feel good about helping them.
Talk to your friends and talk to your family, and I think that sometimes in passing it's really easy to assume that people don't want to know how you are, they don't want to check in, that they wouldn't have the time, they wouldn't have the resources, but that's so false, and everyone has people in their lives that want to help them, and it's just a matter of like finding those people and letting yourself struggle and leaning into it and being like, it's okay to be in this place where I am now, going at it with all the courage in the world and working at it every single day and being like, this is going to come in waves, really understanding that it's almost a lifelong commitment to yourself. And I think that's something that everyone should be doing. There's such a stigma that we have in this country about not doing things for yourself, and that's really toxic because if you're not doing things for yourself, who are you doing them for? So doing things that you feel comfortable with, that make you feel empowered, that's for everyone.
I think it's just really important that we focus on these topics in our school and make it so people can feel better or find ways to start helping themselves, because nothing's going to come about it if they aren't taking steps to help themselves or recognize that they need help.